Just imagine yourself not wishing you were there, but actually being there in this beautiful, beautiful place where you've always wanted to go to, which is Paris. France is known for their food, their culture, the way they integrate fashion into everything. But what they are also very well known for is their winemaking. So just imagine yourself taking this beautiful stroll down this beautiful vineyard or vineyard, however you like to say it. And there's rows and rows of grapevines. And they each have this beautiful fruit that you just know has these amazing stories of centuries of old traditions. And that is the world of French winemaking. I'm gonna take you through this beautiful, fascinating story of the French. Like I mentioned, they're known for their food, their fashion, but especially because of their winemaking. There's many key factors that go into winemaking. Like for example, how they let it out to the world and how they come together as a family and share their culture through their winemaking. And some people, their everyday life is winemaking and having their vineyards clean and just amazing for you to visit and for you to have that product in your hands. Winemaking goes back to Roman times, around like the 6th century BC. According to this article I found, the wine enthusiast, France's wine heritage has evolved through centuries of tradition and innovation. They're always trying to improve and get better, not only for themselves, but for their people and their culture. Now I'm going to tell you how each of the regions of the French wine are unique. So where they are made and why they are called the names that they name their flavors of their wines. Like including Bordeaux, Burgundy, and Champagne. Each of these regions, they call them regions because I think they're places where they make the wine. They each have their own climate, soil, and grape varieties, which create distinct flavors for their wine. As it is stated in this article, I also found Vine Pear. Bordeaux is known for its red blends, primarily from Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon grapes. This is how they create their distinct flavors for each of their wines. I have shown you guys the diverse of each flavor that goes into the regions and where they are made in France. And now I'm gonna tell you guys how wine is integrated into the fashion, the food of France, their culture, and their daily life. In France, wine is more than a beverage. It's like a symbol of their culture, their heritage, and social connection. Over there, they drink wine basically every day. And for them, it's something normal because it's something that gives them that connection, whether it's in a family dinner, in a family party, in social events, in business events. It's like a key role in each of their parties because people live off of that. There's companies there that are just about wine and that want to share it to the world. For example, according to the French Culture Adventures, wine is a staple of French gastronomy, often paired carefully with meals to enhance flavors. So as we know, obviously, wine is an alcoholic beverage, but it's also paired with these amazing meals that they have themselves. So each of the flavors go exactly to each of the points of that meal that they're given. That is why it's super important to know every key factor that goes into not just making your meal, but how it is appreciated for them to pair with an amazing wine. I told you guys about the history of French making and wine making and how each of the regions that they have play an amazing role into each of the distinct flavors they share to the world. So just letting you guys know, next time you guys enjoy a glass of wine or even go to France yourself to visit an amazing vineyard, just think about the amazing culture that they have and how all of their rich history is like the rich wine and it gives you that tradition, and every sip is like a French culture into like your system and your brain. So next time you take a sip of wine, just think of that amazing family tradition that really stands out to me.